Controlling the ball out of the air is one of football's most essential skills, whether it's that switch of play from your teammate, a bouncing ball in the centre of the park, or a ball fired into you as a frontman. Having ways in which you can reliably get the ball under control quickly and onto the next phase of play is crucial for your team, but also your development of your own game. And today we're going to cover 3 of the essential first touch techniques that together cover the majority of all the airball situations you'll find yourself in. We'll discuss when it's best to use one over the other, and why learning the laziest control of them all,
So lazy.
will not just help speed up your play and make you look super stylish and composed doing so, but also will allow you to trust your first touch when the pressure of controlling the ball is really on. First up, the good old Instep. This popular control technique is a favourite for many players. Getting comfortable opening up your body to receive gives you a ton of options. Using the widest surface area on your foot, it allows you a somewhat consistent contact on the ball, with a bent leg to absorb the energy. Nice. Now the key for executing this technique is to ready yourself on your toes. Once you've tracked the flight of the ball, angling your body sideways and opening up your hips. This gives you the room to bend your knees, showing the instep of your foot to the ball. The more you open the hips, the more you're able to adjust your foot to meet the height of the ball. Now the hard part is stopping the ball mid-flight without it bouncing off in different directions. So practicing absorbing the energy from the ball by meeting it with that bent leg, our foot now takes on the speed of the ball, which in turn stops it in its tracks. And this absorbing of speed applies to all first touches. See the flight of the ball, shape your body to receive, absorb the energy that's in the ball, and with any luck, you have yourself a good touch. Alright, next up, we're going to go harder before we go easier. And that's the top of the foot. Plus we'll include our toe just for that extra style. Now this one is harder for most, not because the body position. It's harder for the fact that there is less surface area, and it's a harder part of your foot. So with that, you need to be more delicate and more precise. So naturally it takes more skill to be able to execute this on a consistent basis. But it is an extremely valuable skill that everyone should learn, especially for those times when there's less room to work in and you need to be quicker with your movements to not lose the ball. So again, tracking the flight of the ball on its arrival, readying yourself on your toes, bending from the knee, one to absorb the energy, but secondly to match the foot to the height of the incoming ball. Now angle of the foot plays an important role here. Contact should ideally be 90 degrees from where the ball is coming from. So a ping from the side versus from above, the foot placement will look different. So you can see why reading the flight of the ball is crucial, and this takes practice to get used to. So observe, ready yourself, receive the speed of the ball, and there it is under your control for the next phase of play. And the toe? Well, this is an even smaller area of contact, so timing needs to be spot on. But what the toe has going for it is that it's really soft and can provide a delicate touch without hardly any movement. Now that's hard to do. But to use it in a more friendlier way, that's definitely encouraged, if you pair the toe with your leg pulling back, remember the soft knees, eyes follow the ball down, and you absorb the speed into the leg. The pulling back also creates a nice little topspin on the ball so that it's out in front of you for that next phase. Lastly, the lazy touch. Quite honestly, my favourite go-to control. It's super easy to learn, and all those previous steps of absorbing the ball, being precise, opening up the body, you don't really need to focus on that a whole bunch, which is why it's so good. This one, more specifically, comes down to confidence. One, because it happens on the thigh, which is close to a sensitive area, if you get it wrong. But 2, its strength in the fact that the thigh is super soft and smudgy, making it like a built-in cushion for the ball, is what can also make it kind of painful. Especially if you do it 150 times in a row.
That one hurt.
So once you get past all of that, it's just about getting your thigh in the way of the ball. The thigh, being soft and smudgy, does the rest. Now of course you still need to keep an eye on the ball to line up the interception. Then it's about landing the ball somewhere between your knee and your hip, so a super large area. If it's approaching with more height, remember the 90-degree rule. It's extremely effective in many scenarios on the field, taking very little effort and precision to get right, and by pairing this control with any of the others we've mentioned, makes for a super fast, super reliable way of controlling the ball in tight spaces, on the move, or with tons of space and time when everyone's looking at you at once.
Now, as effective as these first touches are, it's really about putting in the work and to train these areas more specifically. And over here we have 5 drills that you can do today that start quite basic against the wall and work up to juggling the ball in the air and getting used to the flight. So plenty of goodness over there. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Until next time, thanks for being here and I'll see you over there.